Okay, so, SAROS. I ended up taking my console to somebody's house. They had a terrible television. I stayed there for a while. I ended up platinum in the game. Um, I have completed it more than once, but I know obviously I was doing one through part seven, etc., etc. I ended up doing a big chunk of the game, but I was recording the stuff, and obviously the TV wasn't running in 4K, absolutely anything, even with the Pro. The audio was terrible, and the picture quality was shit, so I ended up not keeping any of the recordings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a run of the game as a final video and try and smash the game out in under an hour by killing as many of the main bosses as possible. I'll write in the description of the video that there's going to be spoilers. Obviously, the gun I'm holding is a spoiler. Um, so yeah. Uh, so let's get it. Obviously, I've smashed all the bosses. All I need is the purple currency. I'm using one modifier that gives me a little bit of extra damage, because why not? Actually, I think I can even make that even worse. I can make it so I get my adrenaline levels quicker. Okay, cool. So yeah, max skill tree. Also, a funny thing happens in the game when you reach a certain point where you can overlap your stats. So your resilience, command, and drive. Resilience is health, command is damage and power, and drive is your leucinite drop rate, like how much you get. Um, when you put too many points in this, your suit says it's overloaded, and command goes to like ignorance and stuff, and it changes the way the guns work, and you get corrupted guns, which I didn't even realize was happening for a while. So yeah, very strange on my part. It didn't really explain to me much what was going on there, but yeah. So I mean, it doesn't. They have debuffs as well. So when you overlap the Lucenite game, you lose all of your Lucenite on death, so you don't take any back with you. So I guess in a way, if you wanted to farm up money, not that I need any anymore, I've done the whole skill tree, etc. You could just absolutely smash, like you pick up relics that buff your that certain stat, and that certain stat correlates with a buff. Like this one gives me resilience, which is your HP. Um, I don't really need that. That is a very, very good one. I'm definitely going to pick that up, because it means I'll be able to spam my power weapons. Onslaught rifle and the shotgun are my favourite two guns. That gun shoots discs. There are also sorry. So in Returnal, as I said in like part 1 and 2, you could get guns with perks and kill things with those perks equipped to upgrade the guns. In Saros, they've done it a little different. So they've just made different variants of the same gun. So you get the Smart Assault Rifle, the Onslaught Assault Rifle. I think there's 3 of each. This is another. So Nova Lance is like a sniper. Does pretty high damage. This one you get right near the end of the game. It just shoots fire. I think it's pretty terrible. Personally, I like the nuke. Again, don't need Lucenite ones. I don't think you can re-roll a Lucenite one into a power relic. The only one of those Lucenite ones that I also discovered this, if you hold dash, you run. I didn't figure that out until like the 4th biome. This gun's damage output is crazy, like stupid crazy, and it doesn't really have a damage drop off. So this thing is completely broken too. Obviously we're in the 1st biome, so enemies are a little worse for wears. Yellow barriers, you get a melee from one of the last biomes. I will write in the description that this is going to be a spoiler for people that haven't watched it. Drive. So this is Lucenite game. Drive. I don't really want that. That's terrible. But yeah, there isn't actually much point in taking relics in the first few chapters because they get really wham. Wait, what one is that? Because one of these shredders, the one that shoots blue discs. Yeah, this one is pretty good. Because you can hold L2, and then if it hits a weak point, it comes back automatically. But yeah, so in this game, collecting money and that's a good point actually. Collecting money, little upgrade. It boosts your proficiency and getting kills. So in Returnal, the first one, only killing stuff buffed you in any way. So it wasn't really worth, you know, if you didn't need the Lucenite, you didn't have to pick it up. I'll take that. That one's good. Actually, no, I'm not going to take any. I want to wait till I get further in. So I'll try and do this in order. Obviously, in Returnal, you picked up Lucenite to spend money at the shops. In this one, there are no shops. It's a lot different. Personally, I would say that Returnal is way harder than SAROS. I played SAROS in its entirety without doing any of those armor differences, etc. You know, changing the world in any way. I don't like the Disruptor. I think it's terrible. And the only boss I even died on was the last one. So, you know, I think the second boss killed me sometimes. I can't really remember what part 3 was. But I didn't struggle, you know, once I got to a certain point where I'd got a decent chunk of the upgrades, I never really struggled with any of the bosses. That's a really good one, I'll take that. There is one of the bosses. There is one of the bosses in the 4th biome. It's like a gigantic squid thing. That guy did kill me once, only because he comes up like left and right, and I was looking left after I'd gone through a phase, and he came up behind me and just absolutely smashed me up. Taking damage. So yeah, he killed me through unlucky circumstances. But yeah, some of the trophies in the game, you have to complete 33 runs with those modifiers on. So I just put the extra damage on one, and then I was just rinsing and repeating the first boss, not really like collecting much. But my favourite, definitely taking that. See how these are tier 1s? In the end, they go to tier 5. My favourite, didn't get it. Power weapon is the main one, the nuke. Because you can get a perk on it called Black Hole, and it absorbs all enemy projectiles. So when you're killing a boss, you know, those red projectiles, you're supposed to parry them, which you unlock in the 4th biome. And if you use the black hole things, you can just shoot one at the boss, and it will, every time it shoots projectiles, it will just suck them up, which is so helpful in the later stages of the game. So yeah, it's not major to have it, but I personally think it just made the game extremely easy, having black hole on your gear. I literally had one of those power weapons. It was like a really low level for so long, because even though I got the same one, it didn't have black hole on, and I didn't use it for the damage. I used it for the utility. So I just kept it on me just to negate all of the projectiles from the bosses. And like, there are areas in this, like, oh, you douchebag. There are areas in this game where you can go through a door, and kind of like a solar cage, but but it's a whole area. There's one in every biome. Yeah, and they look, that generating power whilst dealing damage is crazy because I've already got 3 shots back. So yeah, the where the hell? It says there's an enemy there. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, those specific areas, you go into them, and at the end there's like an onslaught of enemies, etc., etc., and you get permanent upgrades to your stats. As well as obviously the skill tree upgrades. These, I figured out what these are too. Remember I was saying in like part 1 and 2, how do I open those? You got to find the buttons. So yeah, figured that out randomly. Because on one of the levels it was right next to it. Don't need max integrity, I don't intend on taking much damage. So yeah, unfortunately, I did complete the game, and because of the way my autism works, I got every trophy. Was really gutted that all of the footage was terrible, because I did want to, you know, do a decent chunk of YouTube videos on this game. I'm going to see if I can re-roll this quick. I guess I'll take that. So yeah, I was gutted about the footage. Should have just only played it on my TV, really. Weren't really much point. The game was fucking amazing, really, really good. Love the game in itself, and I hope they release DLC and multiplayer, because I will definitely be grinding that scout rank. This is the first boss. We are gonna I'll take that. I don't plan on taking damage actually, so that was pretty pointless. Yep, take that. That's a complete upgrade. Also, because I have that upgrade now, I don't need keys, because you can break those yellow things with your fists, so you don't need to use the keys for them. So I missed the cube. So the keys are just for side doors now, which makes it so I never run out, because I start every run with 5. So this thing over here, I'll run it, because I'm going to try and hit max proficiency, which is 100. There's one in every biome, Nightmare Strand. So my weapon will lose its attributes through time, which is fine, because with this rifle, I did all of these anyway. But these are the onslaught areas. It's just you get a shitload of enemies pretty much, and you got to like just kill them all without dying. Also, you get a thing called overdrive, which I'll explain in a moment. You get it from a mini boss in biome 3 or 4, and it stays with you permanently. It's pretty much deal enough damage, shoot a nuke, and it does pretty heavy damage to bosses. It's definitely like, I've just got it, so I'll show you when when I get to the end, when all of the enemies spawn, because this is only in the middle. I'll show you what it's capable of. I always kill the air enemies first, because they're really annoying. Okay, let's have a look. These are all going to go up here. This is overdrive. And everything you kill with it drops health. So, you know, what you're supposed to do is save it until you're in a shit state. And then, you know, use it on all the enemies. Missed the parry there, but I'll explain the parry in a moment. But yeah, some of the alt fires on the guns, etc., are really, really good. Like the shotgun's got a grenade launcher one, and it's not like Returnal where you just shoot one and then carry on shooting your bullets. You can shoot your whole magazine as grenades instead of using the shotgun shells. So obviously we've got 2 elites, with it being the final room. They've got pretty wham health bars. They shouldn't actually do much damage to me, to be fair, because I am max level. But yeah, now his head's out. They'll die pretty quickly. Hate these things. Wish they didn't exist. I think I got about 8 deaths in total across the whole game. A few were to absolute ball bag though, to be fair. Missed the shot. So yeah, didn't die all that much. I mean, my returnal deaths were in the hundreds, 100%. Absolutely got spanked on that game. But this game was not that hard. I wish it was a bit more challenging because I was expecting it to be, you know, a sequel to Returnal. So I thought there was going to be loads of secret stuff and having to return for, you know, house sequences, etc. But it just wasn't. It wasn't there. I don't know. You know, the world is their oyster at the moment. They could release a DLC where you return to that planet, which would be sick. Because my favourite gun in the game in Returnal was what's that? Getting hit? No. Yeah, my favourite gun in Returnal was the alien gun that shot like little splinters. So that's a corrupted zone anyway, or whatever they're called. There's one in every biome, so always look out for those. They give you really good rewards. No, I'm going to re-roll that, see if I can get the nuclear hand. Oh, apparently not. Not today. So yeah, hopefully, corrupted onslaught. See, this is what I don't understand. I don't get what the corrupted side of the guns means. It doesn't make sense to me. There's nowhere that really explains it in detail. I mean, it does a shitload of damage, but I don't know why. So yeah, I hate these guys. They're really annoying. So yeah, the power weapons in this game are absolutely well and truly spammable. You only need one relic, which is your primary weapon, generates more power. Because shooting stuff generates you power anyway. But when you get the one that generates you more, it makes it, especially with the onslaught rifles and the shotguns. Which one is this? No, I hate that one. And that's why I'm leaving it there. Apparently I wasn't, but I am trying to. Cool. Onslaught rifle is definitely my favourite. Then the shotgun, one of the disc launchers. Then there's a crossbow, which is alien tech, shoots energy-based projectiles. It doesn't live up to the other one's reputation, in my personal opinion, but we see. Yeah, this gun absolutely shreds. So it's just why it's my favourite. Hate those ones. Just to get it out of the way, because I can't be asked to shoot the weak spot. But yeah. And also in Returnal, there were parasites, which I feel like are needed in this game. What one is that? That is the one I hate. Parasites were so good, like, yes, they gave you malfunctions, but the malfunctions were curable. You know? In this, you just get corrupted things that, you know, the corruption is, it just fucking goes away after a while, I think. But, yeah. Melee hits generate power, yes please. So yeah, in terms of like comparison-wise to Returnal, I think this, out of 10, this is like a 4 difficulty, maybe a 5. I'll probably do a run soon where I put loads of negative modifier. That is my favourite one. I'll probably do a run soon on my YouTube where I'll put a shit ton of negative modifiers on, make the enemies more aggressive, hopefully they'll have more health, deal more damage, just to try and make the game a little bit challenging. Overdrive generates power. Don't really need that. If it was power generates overdrive, then I would have taken it. Yep, loop around, because there's one here. Always take the attribute buff, because you can find weapons anywhere. So yeah, smash the game. I think Returnal's definitely harder and a lot more complex. Also, the achievement side of things was a piece of piss with this game because you don't actually have to find all of the collectibles to get the platinum, which I thought was terrible because one of the reasons Returnal took me so bloody long to platinum was because, you know, the collectibles were randomly spawned, which I'm glad they're not in this game. They are, but you know exactly where you're missing them. So it's not as terrible. Power weapon kills generate overdrive. That is exactly what I need. Wow, we're getting all the good relics now. Don't want that. So this is obviously first boss. I don't have overdrive. I don't really need it. All I need to do is stand still and jump a few times. First boss, you know, same. Wait for these eyes to open up. Shoot the eyes. Once all the eyes are dead, boss opens up. Shoot the boss. And then, yeah, same. Eat it. Shoot the boss. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. It's not that difficult. If you are struggling, just do as I do. Even without the upgrades, this is how you kill this boss. Or it's how I kill the boss, should I say. Because, you know, it's not really that tough. It's the first boss. He's going to spit out a load of turrets now that are going to try and slow us down. We're going to kill them all as soon as they land, because we don't want that. Then, yeah, back to killing. If you have the smart rifle, if you're struggling on this boss, definitely use a gun that has auto tracking, because the onslaught rifle doesn't. And you know, the other one, you just stand in the back and hold R2 and it will kill all of the ones on the side. Or get yourself one of the ones that creates turrets, you know, the power weapon, and do it that way, so then the turrets can kill everything for you. I don't need that because, you know, I've done this boss a lot of times, so I'm very well versed in the way it works. I don't like the alt fire of the onslaught rifle. I think it definitely has more KT when you just fire it normally. You don't really need the slow fire for the extra damage crap, because I don't actually think it does anything damage wise. I think it actually works less, which I don't think was intended, but again, it is what it is. And we're going to wipe this last phase in about 5 seconds, because I do have my overdrive. So absorb this, shoot these, pop that, and then just shoot. And he's dead. So that was the first boss done. I'm looking very angry, obviously. Boss is a bad guy. So yeah, I'm going to collect the Lucenite, because I want to level up my proficiency. So the weapons I get have got better perks, etc, etc. It also boosts your adrenaline level, which again wasn't a thing in Returnal. You had to kill shit without dying to get your adrenaline level up. So yeah, that's the first biome done. We'll grab that for the extra Lucenite. Yeah, so on to the second one. Second boss is probably by far the easiest in my opinion. You'll understand why when we get there. It's a bit tedious. You've got to redo the same steps every time you come to this chapter, even though you've already done them in the main story, which isn't so bad. It makes it so you can't speedrun the game stupidly quick. Main weapon kills, reduce shield power, don't need it. I don't really use the shield all that much. So yeah, tactical rifle's cool. This one has the minigun prefix, so you know, alt fire, and there you go. Yeah, this was excuse me, got hiccups randomly. This was actually the biome that I got my perfect clear on, believe it or not. So one of the achievements in the game is to complete an entire biome without losing your adrenaline level or taking any damage to integrity, which just means don't get hit once. I wasn't intentionally trying to do it, but I did it, so yay me. Great achievement, super chuffed. One less achieve. Oh, I'm gonna fall off the mat. No, I'm not. Not taking that. I don't need the extra health. The reason I like the nuke is for that very reason, because it just nukes everything. You can literally walk into a room, and then when you run out, you just shoot enemies, and it comes back, which is also cool. So yeah, this room is fine. Been here before, I'm pretty sure. Just going to jump over and grab this one real quick, and then I'm going to go back to that echo recording. Multi-kills generate a lot of power. I'll take that, because we do get multi-pills with the power weapon, so grab the echo log. Not going to take that. We will go this way, because there is something here. Taking damage generates power. Don't want it. Yeah, so unfortunately, the better relics spawn later on in the game. Like the higher your proficiency, the higher tier of things you can get. So, you know, I made the mistake, because you can only hold a very limited amount of relics in the beginning of the game. I made the mistake of bashing out and filling out all my relic slots, and there's no way to rid yourself of any relics apart from a debuff that destroys one every biome or something like that. So I filled my entire thing up with tier 1 relics, and then by the time I got to the end of the game, I was like, oh, I can't even equip any of these really cool relics that give me shit tons of stats, because I've already wasted all my slots. So yeah, note to self, like for late game, I'll take that. It's not the one I like, but I'll take it nonetheless. This one, when you shoot it, it does a wall, and then you shoot, and they all go where you were shooting. But I much prefer the one that has the hexagonal fire. I'll take that. If I take any more power augments, I'm probably going to hit the cap. Can I re-roll that? Yes. I don't like that one either. This is the one I like. Nice tight firing range. But you can get a perk on the shotguns which makes them like beyond broken. It makes it so when you perform a perfect reload. What's going on here then? Oh shit, okay, I went the wrong way. My bad. When you perform a perfect reload, the next time you pull the trigger, you shoot the whole clip out. I swear it said there was an echo recording just then. But yeah, so it definitely just said there was an echo recording there. That's the only reason I came back. Anyway. So yeah. Some of the alt fires are really cool. Some are trash. It's personal preference, what you like and what you don't. Don't listen to everybody else. Use whatever you like. Transfer, no, don't care about that. I'll grave that. Go up here. So one of the permanent buffs is up here. Anytime you see me go up somewhere and pick up a reroll cube, it's replaced. So this one just mashes. And if it doesn't mash, it stuns them, which allows me to then mash them anyway. So it's pretty broken. And when you get the new melee, which allows you to destroy all of the yellow stuff in the game, you also unlock that dash that you just saw me perform that absolutely cripples enemies. So you stun an enemy, and no matter where they are on the map, you can just press square and beam straight towards them. This is going to be a solar eclipse, yeah. So yeah, game is shit hot. Love the game. Hope they add some more replayability to it. That would be great. If they do, if they don't, sad times. I'll have to find something else to play. I have just downloaded a game that has turned out to be absolutely trash. A game about cats. I've uploaded some videos on my YouTube, but I tried to take another one and the game just kept crashing, the music wasn't playing, and then I got like hard capped out of my save, and then because I closed the application mid-recording, it just deleted the whole 45 minutes of the recording. Again, I'm not well versed in how you do these things. I had no idea that was going to happen, so yeah, lost my recording for that. But I said in the end of the recording I wouldn't be playing it anymore because it's shit. So yeah, is what it is. So this is one of the first things. So you get this, and then you're like, okay, done that half of the map, and then you have to just redo that again, pretty much. Break this, grab yourself some health. Word to the wise, you should always shoot your power weapon to rid yourself of corruption before. Oh yeah, we'll go. Oh shit. Well, won't do that. What was that down there? There was something down there. Holy shit. Nice. Noah, what the hell? Oh, okay, I know what that is. Okay, so this thing is something you get in the last chapter of the game. It allows you to just reach places you couldn't. This is the second one of these nightmare stands. Again, they're pretty self-explanatory, just don't die. So we will do that. We will not die. But yeah, you're seeing SAROS at its full capacity. Everything's pretty much maxed out. Guns are maxed out. Proficiency can reach 100. We're about halfway there. And we're only in the second biome. Should always crush that health as well if you're not going to come back and pick it up. Because it drops money. Not a lot of money, but money nonetheless. Yeah, so, and always spam your power, because it, you know, it regens relatively quickly. And it kills things very quick as well. So, I mean, look, I've spammed it and spammed it and spammed it, and it's just coming back. Sometimes as I'm shooting, I'm gaining a shot, so, you know, dealing damage with these things makes them regen their own capacity somehow. I think that's one of the things I picked up. Power weapons increase power charge or something along the lines of that. So this is the final room of the thing. Oh, there's a thing there, but not to worry because I can insta-kill them. Those healing stations are an absolute farm for your overdrive, because you can shoot these enemies over and over again and they'll just keep healing. And then you can just rally your overdrive pretty much. That's the parry. You can only parry red projectiles like that. That wasn't even his, so unlucky him. So yeah, this game, when you get to a certain stage and you understand how you want to play, the game becomes extremely fluent. You can play it in any way you want. I don't want that gun. As I said, the shotgun is insane for stagger damage. And you get another permanent upgrade here. Obviously it's not here because I have already done it. Immunity after dash, don't need it. It's literally for a millisecond. Right, I am quickly gonna re-roll that. Thank you. I'm gonna just roll a cigarette. Oh, what a dick. I accidentally dashed there while I was putting the controller on my lap. So yeah, personally, I've looked through all of the negative modifiers in the game, and I understand why there isn't a negative modifier to increase how much enemies there are in the game, because it just means that you'd be able to farm Lucenite. But I do think they should put one in, because I think this game would be so much better if you could like double the ads or 1.5 times the enemies. Just so you could go ham, you know what I mean? When you get to the stage in the game where most people are now, it's just, it all becomes about the challenge. You want the game to be extra hard, you know? So yeah, I'm probably going to do a video on my channel about me putting a shitload of negative modifiers on, and we'll see how that goes. I don't want anything to... I don't need resilience. I'll take this one because it gives me more money, which will... See, look, I've just overgone the limit. So now, instead of it being called what it was called, it's called negligence, and it can go above its cap. But when I die, I lose all of my money. So I'm probably going to just max out all three. As you can see, I'm pretty sure I've got every relic slot unlocked. I'm missing two, but I need the purple stuff to unlock that. And there's some of the late game places which we're going to visit in this little run. I will find some. Illuminated. I don't know what that means, but we'll pick it up. More money means more proficiency. Ether generates power. Picking up health gives me power. Might as well. I've took everything else. There you go. I've exceeded that threshold as well. That one is now called ignorance. This is one that I would not recommend overloading because it makes it so you can't see your negative modifiers. Which is bad because some of them jam your dash, and that one messes me up. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend maxing out your power because it's just it makes the game annoying. There is one of those things that allows you to remove the negative modifiers, but I wouldn't bother. I mean, I'm not going to bother because the game is already easy enough as it is. So I don't want to make it even easier by making it so none of the relics have negative modifiers. Absolutely spangled. So yeah, you can move around like an absolute truck if you know what you're doing in this game. It honestly, in the late game, like the run I did where I finished the game, it was beautiful. I'm just annoyed that I couldn't. I'll take that 100% more overdrive. No, I'm not going to take that. I already have one. What one's this? What perks has it got? I don't want it because I don't like the way it works. It's not for me. Don't get me wrong, some people may like putting, shooting a wall of bullets and then putting a delay. I think it's terrible personally. Don't need it. This is another sunlock room. Not too difficult, to be fair. But yeah, game is super fun. Would definitely recommend it to somebody that's looking to play a roguelite. I know quite a lot of people, like YouTuber-wise, got early access and they got sponsored by PlayStation. One of the YouTubers I watch, Gojo, absolutely sound YouTuber, plays a shit ton of roguelites, really funny, nice guy. From what I know of him from his streams, obviously you can't ever know someone properly. But yeah, he's currently playing it at the moment. I think he's at the 3rd or 4th biome and he hasn't died yet. Kudos to him. Immunity after a kill. I'll take the reroll. And another reroll. One of the achievements on this game that really got me was you have to shoot 7 shots of the shotgun with 100% pellet rate. And then, which one is this? Okay, I like this one. So as I said, there are like 2 or 3 variants of every weapon. You know, you got the onslaught assault rifle, then the tactical assault. This one shoots like homing missiles when you use the alt fire, which is really, really funny because they just absolutely swarm around and kill all the little lads for you. You can charge it up. I don't think it's worth it. It doesn't really seem to do much about the damage too much. So, yeah, I don't do it personally. But, yeah, it is really fun. See, I've got a delay on my dash, which I hate. Ooh, that was close. We'll keep this gun for now. I don't want to, you know, I want to showcase a bit of the game. A bit more than I have been. But like, I'll shoot one. Oh, little bitch. And it will just murk everything. I should get my overdrive soon. I also changed the ping. There's the black hole. It's so broken. Yeah, got my overdrive. I changed the ping on the game to my left stick. So I can ping without pressing down on the D-pad. Means I don't actually have to... I don't need to play southpaw or use my thumb to press down on the D-pad. Again, this gun is just brilliant for ads. You can just fire it normally, and it does like some weird like hexagonal thing, but I don't see the point personally. Just shoot one and then, you know, watch it go ham. But yeah, this game is just absolute horde madness. I hope this is the second part of the biome. Obviously, same premise. Reach this teleporter, destroy the barrier, and then it unlocks the boss door. Same thing, bit of health. Always get rid of your corruption before you pick up HP. So this allows the door to open. You jump on here. I don't want that. I'll show you in a sec. I'm just going to finish my cigarette. Why the black hole thing is OP. Because even on bosses, it absorbs all their projectiles. Look. Obviously not that one, but that made me look like a dick. He is shooting me right now, you just can't see it. See, look, I'm one shot and it's just eating away at him. And then he's going to summon turrets, which I'm going to kill by shooting one. They're all just going to follow. Oh, and another one. You know, it's just absolutely retarded, really. We're going to finish this phase out. Actually, no, we'll kill the boss normally. This is the one I hate the most. But yeah, the power weapons. Look, he's shooting them at me and they're just missing the middle because I'm absorbing them all. Second phase. Third phase, sorry. I think all of these spawn with shields, or most of them. If they don't, they're going to die, so... And those projectiles track the enemies before I even know where they are, so it's just broken. Like, this gun is good for ad control and okay for bosses, but there are better choices in my opinion. But yeah, he can't shoot me with anything really while I've got all these black holes on him, apart from the ones that go down. Lost my adrenaline. But yeah, that's the boss. That was boss number 2. Now we're going to go to the swamps, is it? The third biome. I'm trying to do it in order because obviously I know that I've ruined my own video thing by not uploading the footage, but we're just going to carry on going. Don't need the money, so I'm not really fussed if I die. Don't need that. Larger Lucenite collection radius, don't need that. Always pick these up because they give you like 200 or something thing. Obviously, once you've unlocked the grappling hook, you can come up here. Usually there's a person in here that you talk to. They're just like loopy. Everybody you meet in this game is absolutely bonkers, batshit crazy. So yeah, I'll take this just to showcase it. Usually you have to run all the way up here, but we don't, because we have something that allows us not to. A 1, and then it'll be a 2. Yep, and this is the third biome. This is where you get the grappling hook when you first come here. There's a little bit of dialogue. I believe I did a video on the beginning of this one where you go in there and you get the grappling hook, etc. It then allows you to traverse, and obviously next time you return to previous biomes you can access more areas, and that's kind of how this game works. I always activate the nighttime thing because I don't see the point in not having the enemies drop more money. Sometimes as well there are hidden doors, etc. Behind these sun doors. You have to be in night mode to access certain places on the map, so it is always worth doing it, in my opinion. I said I'll showcase this. Oh, it's this one. Okay, wrong one. So I'll take, what was that? No, I'll take this one back because it's broken. Yeah, so we're just going to mosey on through. We're at 60 proficiency, which is pretty good. Obviously the red ones, don't forget, you can't dash through them. If you ever watch a YouTuber that can, he's got one of the debuffs on the game where you can dash through red projectiles. Hello doggy. Again, he won't be able to shoot any projectiles at me because I've got a black hole. It's always worth spamming your power ammo because you get it back pretty quick, especially when you've got the right relics under your belt. Yeah, I'm going to go to all the side doors as well because there's more money, which means more proficiency. But yeah, red projectiles, parry them, they disappear. Blue ones you absorb or dash through. Pretty self-explanatory, don't need that. I'm going to dash through this or just take a hit. Either or. Don't do what I did. Try and actually be good at the game. But yeah. Oh, so these are like the parasites, but they just give you a couple of points in one of your stats, which is all well and good, don't get me wrong, but the parasites just gave you more control over the things that were wrong with your build, the debuffs that you had. And obviously I know you can still do that, but see, look, see this guy's healing. If you watch my overdrive bar, if I keep shooting him, it's just going up and up and up, and he's just getting healed and healed and healed. So I can literally, there's an achievement for getting 30 kills of overdrive in a single chapter, and I did it with one of these healing totems. I left one enemy alive and then just fucking shot him and shot him and shot him until I got my overdrive, and then I just started unleashing it on people like this, and then they all drop health, which gives me more money. And it's got a wide, like a wham radius, a really wham radius. Some of the perks you get on the stuff at like late game is absolutely ridiculous. Like you'll see when we reach like proficiency 100, the weapons have just got 7 or 8 perks on them, and it's just ridiculous. Oh, I need to go up this way. But yeah, the game is really well made. You know, high fives to the producers and the devs. Oh, what a sausage! You know, where does that take me? High five to the devs. They did a really good job. I definitely think the game is 100% worth the money. I just wish it had a bit more. Is that plus ignorance? Minus. Don't need that. I just wish the game had a tad more replayability or a co-op mode, because then I could just jump in other people's games where they're at their what was oh yeah those are the windows where they're at their stage, and I'll have all of their stuff. Um, Again, yellow window. Usually there's a permanent health upgrade in here, but you can't get it until you get the upgrade. Then there is a thing you can run up there. What's that? Don't need that. This leads you to the other side over here, where you can grab yourself a tidy bit of health. Don't really need it, but I'll take it for the money. So where are we on time? 10 minutes left. That's fine. I'll do this in 2 parts. Take that for sure. Enemies are gonna. So yeah, you look at these windows a lot throughout the game. And you're like, oh, because of I played Returnal, I was like, oh, maybe there's like a secret relic I've got to find, or you know, etc., etc. And it isn't. You get an upgrade to your melee, and it just allows you to always pick those up. So we're gonna. What's this one? Oh, I didn't want that, but we'll take it. Oh, this weapon isn't bad. Like, it does okay stagger damage, but it's just not like the alt fire for me. Just isn't worth it. You know, I don't want my bullets to be delayed. I want them to hit everyone like a truck. You know, I don't think that's any good, personally. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe I'm not using it to its intended purpose, and it's just turning out to be shit. This is my favourite one. Right, we're going to get a choice here. We're going to go for this one. And then we're just going to drop down. There should be a way out. Where am I going? Yeah, then we go back up. Oh my god. We've done messed it up. But yeah, so we're not going to take that, because I absolutely think that one is terrible. I know I said in like part 3, oh, this is good for ad control. It's not. That one cannot kill enemies. It corrupts them, and then when you kill them, they spawn into like turrets, which is just shit. So yeah, definitely, you know, I know if I've had a couple of views on my my videos. If you're someone that's watching my videos and you're thinking about getting Returnal, do it. Very good game, worth the money, no qualms. Like the game is definitely worth it. It's a shitload of fun. By the end of it, after you've died 1,000 times, or you know, not a lot, like some people, you just end up feeling fucking unstoppable, and you can just plow through enemies. It's very fun. I mean, right now I've got pretty lucky with the relics, but with the amount of rerolls you get late game, it's pretty hard not to. Again, there's usually another permanent upgrade in here, but I've already picked it up. So it's a reroll cube, annihilator. This is the one. Is this the one? Oh, I missed it. Wait there. No, it isn't. So this one, you can just shoot grenades, and it absolutely destroys people's stagger bar. Even elites, like you just end up flying around the map, punching everything where they're all so brokenly staggered. They're gonna follow. No, they'll wait. How many more have I got? 4. I need to be careful then. Yep, that's definitely what I want, because that correlates with every single one of my power attributes. I don't need that. Resilience, yeah. If you play in the game correctly, you won't be taking much damage. That's it, really. I mean, they didn't stand much of a chance at all. We're now going to do the, well, what I'll do is, I'll end the recording here, and then we'll just jump back into another one. So, yeah, part 2 of my complete run. Yeah.